Hi, welcome. In this video, we will review how to use Excel's stock history function. Let's start by the syntax, which needs first the stock ID or the ticker, the date ranges, start and end date, the interval, which is basically how often you want to see the information, daily, weekly, or monthly, the headers, and series of properties that we're going to cover in the example. So let's go here. And I have chosen arbitrarily either Coca-Cola or Starbucks, whichever you wanna try on your own. And I'm gonna place, let's start with Coca-Cola here. And I'm gonna place the stock history function right here. So first of all, you need to be sure and careful that you have enough blank space to the right and downwards, because Excel is gonna fill up whatever the space it needs so the information is displayed. So the columns to the right, it will depend how many you need, depends on how many data fields you need, up to 6, these 6 that we have here. And downwards, it depends on the range of the dates and the periodicity, how many rows Excel is going to need. So I'm going to put the formula here on this shaded cell, and let's do an example, stock history. So first, the stock ticker or the ID is going to be this one, Coca-Cola. Then the start date, then the end date, and then the periodicity, how often you want to see the observations. I'm going to pick weekly. And then the headers. No header unless you really know this and use it frequently. At least I would suggest you use the number 1, so you have the basic headers. And then of these properties here, which ones you wanna show. I'm gonna put the first, I don't know, 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3, and let's see what happens. So once I click enter, it's gonna show the date, close, open, and high, which is the fields that I picked. Is gonna use weekly periodicity, which is the one I pick here. As you can see, we have weeks in between here, and it's gonna go all the way to December of 2022, or the closest open market date that was available on that week. So in this case, we have this data here. And notice that if I change for any reason, let's go inside this formula again. If I want to edit the formula, I can change it here in case of the fields that I have. Or if I want to change the dates or the company, I can do it here. Let's say that I want to go back 1 year to 2019. So let's do this here. I change it here, and let's say that I want to use Starbucks instead of Coca-Cola. Let's put the Starbucks sticker here, and let's go inside the formula and say that we want to go. We want to add the low and volume. So let's add 4 and 5 here. So I have the full range of properties displayed, and let's say that I want, the headers, I want display also the ID. I'm going to change this as well. And I'm going to show monthly observations instead of weekly. So I can change that here in the formula, and let's see how that looks. So now, as you can see, now it displays the ticker and the stock exchange that this security is traded at. Excel has added all the fields, all the properties that I picked, and it will go down all the way to the last available date, December of 2022, and it started in January of 2019. So Excel is going to show the data that I requested. And let's do one more thing, since we are here already. Let's say that we want to use some graphics, some visual aid. The spark lines function in Excel is also quite handy here. I'm going to show you a couple of examples here. So let's go to let's say I want to use the close price and the volume. I picked these two arbitrarily, so I can show you how the formula or the insert spark lines function is used. So I'm gonna go here, and then in this cell, I want to place a line graph. So I'm gonna first define the data range, that data range. So I'm gonna go here and pick the whole column, and I'm gonna go okay. So because it's gonna place it here, and let's say that in the volume, I'm gonna use, instead of line, I'm gonna use bars. So again, I go to insert. In this case, I pick a column. I'm gonna use the volume data. I go all the way down, and I click OK. And now it's going to show a tiny little graph that it's a visual aid to show the volume behavior and the closing price behavior. So this is a brief overview of how we use the stock history Excel function, with a brief bonus, so to speak, of the trends spark lines that we can use as a complement to our analysis. So I hope this video was useful for you, and I will see you in the next one.